be Alanis Morissette. But I've always been into sad songs. You know, I've always been into you know, the guy up on stage singing some kind of blues, like singing the blues. You know, and so when I was a kid, you know, I used to love listening to like breakup songs. You know, and you know, the slower the better. Right, and you know, the singer does one of those things where on the recording they cry at the end. And Michael Jackson did that one time. Loved it. Great. So I've always been into breakup songs, and I just think, I don't know, there's something about them I just think they're the greatest. I think that, you know, like the top 10 great songs. Not to say that there can't be other great songs. You know, Britney Spears has done a lot of great stuff. A breakup song. But on the top, my top 10 greatest songs of all time, of my favorites, all breakup songs. And so, so when I started writing songs, which was about the time I got to college, you know, I was coincidentally starting to date somebody at the time. You know, maybe like you know, you started to get into real, you know, boyfriend-girlfriend relationship in college. And so when you experience a breakup, you know, in college it's dramatic, right? You know, like the drama is just, it's like you are like on a soap opera set. It's called a campus, but it's a soap opera set. That's what these things are. And so every breakup is like 1,000 times more dramatic than it should be, right? This is great if you're a songwriter. You can get like 20 songs out of it. You don't know how many you know, dorm rooms right now are filled with some dude and a Taylor guitar that he bought at Guitar Center last week. He just got off the phone with his ex-girlfriend. They talked for 4 hours, and now he's going to write another song. You know, that kind of thing. So, so I wrote a lot of breakup songs when I started writing songs, and I've never really stopped, even though I've stopped going through breakups because, you know, because I'm married now, and I don't think we're going to break up. But in that case, since I don't plan on stopping writing breakup songs, I have to, you know, either make stuff up just out of thin air, you know, which I do a lot. I do that quite a bit, actually. And it's funny to me when people write in, like on Facebook and stuff, and they say, you know, that they felt a real connection with a certain song, which is great. That's what the whole thing is all about. I love those. But then, you know, it's always funny to me when they go to the next step and they say, obviously, you know, that this song really touched me, and I know that you wrote it about your guitar player, and I love the song Beautiful Disaster, you know, things like that. It's like, you know, it's funny to me when people will pick up on some kind of a weird vibe that maybe Luke and I had one night on stage. Oh, okay, so that Angry song was actually about Luke. That kind of thing, you know. Sometimes I just make stuff up out of thin air. It's not about anybody. So I do that sometimes. Option B is, you know, when I'm hanging out with Amy at home, and she says, you know, to me like, hey, do you want to go to dinner tonight or something like that? Let's go out to dinner. And I'll say, well, what's that supposed to mean? Something like that. Just to kind of spice it up and see where the mind goes. And sometimes that ends in being inspired. Sometimes it just ends in an argument, you know. But the third option, which is the best option, is when I have like a friend, a close friend of mine, the closer the better, start to date somebody, and it goes well really quickly. That's ideal. It needs to go well really quick and like escalate really fast. And then at some point, if my friend can start to think that this person that they're dating is their soulmate, that's even better. And that if around that time this other person we'll just dump them flat. Then I see, once I see the Facebook status change, I make the call. Both as a friend, but mostly as a songwriter. And we'll chat it up and get some material out of it. But this scenario, this awesome scenario, actually happened about a year